Hey, what's up guys? So today we're gonna check out my friend John Ross's custom build. He built this shell and this double pop rooftop tent, totally custom on his own, and I'm gonna let him show you the ropes. John's a good friend of mine. We met up in Alaska for season 2 of the Tiny Home Adventure. He took me speed flying off this crazy hill. Super talented guy. I'm blown away by this build, so I'm gonna let him walk you through it.
Hi, I'm John Ross. I'm from the great state of Alaska. I'm a commercial electrician by trade, and this is my rig. So the truck itself is a 2015 Chevy Silverado 1500. It's primarily all stock except for a dual battery cranking setup and a 2.5-inch leveling kit to accommodate the bigger tires. On top is a custom-built extruded aluminum frame, which is a pop-up with a canvas tent. You have a aluminum fiberglass shell underneath of that, also custom-built. Around back, the utility doors, which open up to the living space. And the bed area up top. That doesn't describe the thousands of, right? Yeah. So my original design was going to be, from the frame up, it was going to be bigger and heavier than this. But after doing a lot of research, I decided to go with a much lighter and sleeker design that kept my center of gravity low and my fuel mileage high as possible. So I wanted a pop top, but I wanted a headroom in it, so I decided to make a double pop top with the option of only having it half popped if the weather conditions were really windy. I designed the framework out of aluminum with extruded aluminum on my lower portion and my upper portion, so I could attach either roof rack rails or an awning, which I have on the other side. The canvas itself is a fire resistant material with a PVC lining to keep it weather resistant against the aluminum frame. So for designing the pop top, I wanted it to match this truck. Pretty much I lined up seams with like the door here, which actually made the whole pop top 9 foot long, and it's 55 inches wide. I think it pops about 53 inches tall. So I can sit up, I can stretch when I'm actually up in bed, which is really nice. It is a full-size bed wide on the inside, so it very comfortably sleeps 2 people. So the roof on it consists of a framework with marine plywood and a fiberglass overlay on the top and bottom. I made it heavy duty so I could actually walk on it when it is collapsed all the way down for easy storage on the roof. The whole setup up on top weighs 180 pounds, which is heavier than I wanted, but with that roof that I could walk on when it's collapsed, it makes it well worth it. So when designing this, I wanted it to be super low profile, so when it is collapsed, it's barely noticeable on the truck. And it actually turned out where I don't even notice it's on the truck when I'm driving. To get that, I actually built a framework on the back of the truck and put the truck through a whole bunch of I jacked the whole front tires till it was up on 3 tires, tweaked the truck around, and so I could get as low clearance as I could in between the actual pop top and the truck itself. So when collapsed, this thing is only 7 inches thick, and it's only 1.5 inches over the cab in the center. So it's very aerodynamic and brings my center of gravity, keeps it low. Underneath the pop top, I built a aluminum framework that pretty much supports the weight of the shell with a marine plywood base to give it that shear strength and that nice clean surface. I did like a 1-inch trim around the whole truck. That way it's weather resistant. I don't have to worry about leakage. Pretty much I coped, shaped the whole shell the way I wanted it to be with the marine plywood itself and pretty much a polyester filler. And then I got that as perfect as I could and sheeted it all with fiberglass cloth. With another 5 layers of epoxy resin, and then sanded that down and shot it with a automotive paint. So all in all, the pop top with the canvas, it weighs 180 pounds. The fiberglass shell on the bottom side with the aluminum frame weighs 90 pounds. So I kept my weight down to 270 pounds, which I'm super happy with. So the back of the truck I designed with the utility door style instead of the hinge up door and the tailgate. I wanted the full use of space when I open those doors. It creates a great wind shadow for if it's windy out. Did a lot of shaping with the rounded corners here and the contour of the taillight, just to make it really fit this truck. I have the MAXTRAX mounted on the back door, as well as a 11-pound propane tank for cooking. I'll show you the inside now. So I started off with putting in a all waterproof laminate flooring. That way it's super easy to clean out. I can just sweep it out. Keeps things real nice and easy to clean inside. I got a shelf kind of covering that wheel well area, which actually allows for all my food, gear, more gear, cooler storage, cooking appliances. So in the bench here, I have a couple built-in drawers, one for miscellaneous things, one for cooking spices, utensils. I have a pull-out counter in the back for cooking on outside. Across from that, I have a sink, wash basin. So up front here, I have my cabinet. I have the water tank down below. Pretty much all my clothes up top, a battery, and my electrical system. I just have a 400-watt inverter, just your basic, cheap inverter for running 120. I have no solar on this just because all I'm running are LED lights up above in my sleeping area down here and my cooler. So my draw is very minimal and my whole electrical system is connected to my truck alternator. So when I am running, it is charging. So I wanted to keep this super simple. So I made the bench with the drawers and the water tank and battery bank just all modular. So that way I can move it out of the truck. It's very simple. Actually, it's just one latch. The bench slides out, which the bench actually holds in the water tank. So it takes literally 2 minutes to move everything out of this truck, and I have all this space to either do a trip with just gear back here, or, you know, I can build this out in a whole nother way if I wanted to, but I still keep this awesome headspace. Myself being 6 foot, I wanted a lot of space to, you know, stretch out in the morning. I didn't want to feel crammed in here if I'm stuck in here for days with bad weather. So the bed accordions up out of the way, gives you all this space for standing down here, and then it pulls out very simply. Just slides along the 2 rails on either side, and you can hop up into bed. So plenty of headspace, comfortably fit 4 people up here sitting up, playing cards, whatever. So I'm super happy with how this turned out. Slept up here in a wide range of weather conditions, freezing temperatures, scorching hot, rain, snow, high winds. It's performed well above what I thought it would actually do, being a pop-up. I know there's a lot in this video that we did not cover about this build. So feel free to contact me with any questions you might have. I'll answer them as best I can. Thank you so much for watching.